I would have done exactly what Peter Obi is doing right now. The only difference might have been that I would have been frontal in telling the people to start preparing for the gridlock that will come after the Supreme Court might have found the idiocy to legitimize this. Peter Obi is a perfect gentleman. What you see is who he is. Me, if we were in a country where we have ideology-driven politics, if the people were citizens and their political sophistication was sufficient to have a clear understanding of choices, I'm not too sure that myself and Peter Obi would even be in the same party. He's a gentleman. He's more of a, I think Peter, if for want of a better word, is a progressive conservative. If Peter Obi came to a house and is defective, he will probably manage the structure and put all the right, he'll put the pillars and all the reinforcements where they should be. He will manage it and make it work. That's a Peter Obi. If you gave me the same building, I'll destroy the building first, I'll break it down, and then I'll rebuild it. I'll rebuild it the way I want it to be. He would manage the building and have it back in service. So our temperaments are not the same. But I am saying it with all emphasis. The strategic objective, the way he has taken his steps, go to court, like they said, avoid inflaming the country as he has done. That's exactly what I would have done. It's just that in my own case, I would have been frontal in telling the people, prepare for when the Supreme Court is done with its charge. That's the difference.
Prepare to do what?
That's what I've said. There are several options to what will come. But the one thing that is not going to happen is that I would accept a fraudulent pronouncement of the Supreme Court. I wouldn't. I would not. And I would be saying it from day one. I'm frontal about saying it because the issues are clear. But I'm not Peter Obi. And what he's doing right now is exactly what anyone who is not bent on a revolution like me would do. He is more of an evolutionist. He expects to drive the society to get to the point where it can then be turned around. Me, I do not believe that anything good can be done with this system. For me, it's irredeemably bad. But then what do I know? Peter Obi has been a governor. And even within this horrible system, he managed to produce results. Results that people are still pointing at years after he has left office. Results that were the very foundation of the movement that had been built behind him as a totem. So, he must be doing something right within the system that he has to work with. I can't knock what he is doing. That is his own style. Peter Obi is not the man who will tell people to go onto the street and start protesting unless he himself is going to step out onto that street to join the protest. When we get to the point where Peter Obi is announcing a protest, you should know that it will mean that the case had been sufficiently made and nobody is going to argue about the rationality of the call. But I'm not going to second guess him. And who knows, the Supreme Court justices might be the one who might just become the revolutionaries in Nigeria. You can never discount the place of magic. You can't discount it. All I know is you cannot preserve the existing legal order and validate Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency.